Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in Paul's letter to Titus, chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. Prior to this, Paul's talked about what it meant to be an apostle, about the role of an elder to help disciple others, and then about the cultural context, the church situation that Titus faces. But now the tone shifts, and he starts out by you Paul, you Titus, pay attention. And I want you to do this. And he talks about what a pastor should do, but by extension, it's what the whole church should do, right? First thing he said is teach sound doctrine. Hold to the trustworthy message of Jesus Christ as Lord, the message of the gospel, which is the message of reconciliation and salvation. It's the message of the cross through which the power of the Holy Spirit comes, because this is the message that changes people's lives. And then Paul says you are to teach the older men. These are guys over 50 in a time when the average age was about 30. He says teach them to be temperate, to live a life worthy of respect, a godly dignity, and to discipline themselves. And you think about really what's discipline is discipling themselves, and to be healthy in their faith, in love, and in endurance or hope. And then he goes on to say, teach the older women, and that the older women, the women have an important role in the life of the church too, and so Titus is to invest in them, to be reverent, to watch their tongues, because slander is the very Greek word is diabolos, it's devil talk, right? And not to be addicted to anything. And then he goes on and says these older women, they have a very important role. They are disciplers. They are to teach the younger women, to call them to Christ. And one of the things is that to encourage the younger women to cherish and protect their children, which was so critical in an age when children were abandoned, sold off for slavery, and even slaughtered. Maybe that applies to our time, huh? And also, he says that part of the spiritual formation of these younger women was that they are to be self-disciplined, they are to live lives that are pure, right? Godly lives, and they are to be good managers of their household. But really, the Greek is more the sense that they are to lead their family, which is what mothers do, right? And to encourage them to be virtuous, exemplary. And then he goes on to say, teach the young men, and the sense of the Greek really is those young men, like Paul knows these guys, teach them, again, to disciple themselves, to set an example. He says, by your own life, Titus, and to take on those who oppose you and teach them the sound doctrine. Lastly, talks about those who are enslaved, and to remind them that even though they're in this situation, they ultimately belong to God, and so that they are to serve their masters well, to be well-pleasing. Why? Paul says because they have a purpose, an evangelistic purpose, that these masters of theirs will come to faith, because it's always about what God is doing in our lives. Well, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.